Satnam. This is a Kundalini meditation to help bring mental balance. Mental balance. Left side of our brain, right side of our brain. One is positive, one is negative. And in yogic terms, it doesn't mean positive, negative, probably the way that you think it is. When we say yoga, we think of positive as being the part of our mind that is expansive. When we say negative mind, we say the negative mind is that part of the mind that is protective. So what this meditation is good for is it's good for stopping doubts. Because doubts are generally a representation of the negative mind winning that tug of war. Because the negative mind, again, being protective, wants to say, well, maybe we shouldn't do what the positive mind wants us to do. The positive mind wants us to go out and do this stuff, but I don't know. I have some doubts about that. So when the negative mind is pulling in this direction, we have doubts. When the two come together, we call this the neutral mind. When there's a balance between the two, this is neutral. In yoga, we call that intuition. Neutral mind is an intuitive point of view where we can say we take both considerations of what the positive mind has to do by wanting to do this project, the negative mind saying we can't do that because it's too much, it's going to take too long, it's too expensive. And then somewhere in the middle, they come in between. So when they're balanced, you'll come, and what the neutral mind will say to you is they'll say, well, right, it is going to be too expensive. I'm sorry about that positive mind. It's going to be too expensive because the negative mind has a point. However, you could also say to the negative mind, hey, negative mind, there's ways to figure out how to go ahead and pay for what we want to pay for. So there's a balance. That's just a simple example of how our minds work. But it's when doubt comes in, that is the negative mind being overproductive. There's nothing wrong with being cautious, but when caution yields to doubt, this is where we need balance. And this is what this breath meditation helps to do. It helps to bring balance into your mind so that both halves work for you. Sound good? Let's do it. Tuning in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo, the Adi Mantra. Rub your hands together. I'm going to do this there's a time range on this one today, 10 to 15 minutes. We'll do it for probably, that 11-minute mark, something like that. So some pressure in your palms, thumbs together, press up into your chest, sit tall, chest out, chin in, close your eyes, relax your shoulders, relax your elbows, feel your palms connecting. Try to bring balance into every part of your palm and just sit for a moment. Just breathe naturally. And now take in a deep breath. And then exhale it gently. Take in another nice deep breath. Exhale the breath. Now inhale to begin Om Namo Gurudev Namo, the Adi Mantra. Breathe in deep. Inhale deep, hold the breath. exhale. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit up tall. Our eyes this time, they're going to be open. They're going to look straight ahead with sort of like a soft gaze. So you're not really going to be looking at anything. You're just going to have that like soft gaze looking forward. Your hands, the mudra for today is Gyan Mudra. So once again, our forefinger and our thumb touch. The other fingers are straight. They come over the leg so that the arm is straight, the palm faces up on both arms. We're going to sit tall, so our chest is out, our chin is drawn backwards, and we're pulling up through our spine to sit nice and tall, whether you're in a chair or sitting down. Here's the breath pattern. The breath pattern is we're going to breathe in through our nose, hold the breath, and then breathe out through our nose. But here's the ratio. We're going to breathe in for a count of 5, and then hold that for a count of 10, and then exhale for a count of 5. And then inhale for a count of 5, hold for a count of 10, exhale for a count of 5. And you're just going to repeat this. You're just going to keep this pattern going for this 10, 11 minutes. Now, when you get good at it, when you're comfortable with the 5, the 10, and the 5, so inhaling 5, holding 10, exhaling 5, you can raise that to breathing in for 10, holding for 15, and then exhaling for 10. So breathe in for 10, hold for 15, exhale for 10. We'll do maybe half and half, somewhere maybe halfway. What I'll do is I'll say switch, and if you want to try switching, you can extend the breath. If you're not comfortable extending the breath to the 10, 15, 10, then stay with breathing in for 5, holding for 10, and exhaling for 5. And that's what we'll start with today, okay? So we're going to listen to some background music that is by Sat Kiran Kar Khalsa. And it is Gobinde Mukande, Budare Yapade, Hariyang Kariyang Name Akame. This is a wonderful mantra to break any doubts. When you don't know what to do and you're stuck in a situation, this mantra cuts through it. So we're going to listen to this in the background as we just sit nice and tall with a soft gaze over our eyes. 10, 11 minutes. We're just going to sit. We're going to breathe in for 5, hold for 10, exhale for 5. Okay? Let's go. Let's do it. Okay, so sit tall. Gaze on your eyes. Look straight forward. Breathe for 5, hold for 10, exhale for 5. Repeat. It's all in and out through the nose only. Sit tall, chest out, chin in. Breathing in for 5, holding for 10, exhaling for 5. Don't let yourself drift away too much that you lose the rhythm of the count. 5, 10, 5. Pay attention to the inflow and the outflow of the breath. Feel it come through your nose. Feel it exhale through your nose. Pay attention to the breath. When we do pranayama meditations, it's important to pay attention to the flow of the breath. So pay attention. And if you want to try and switch to 10, breathing in for 10, holding for 15, and then exhaling for 10, try it now. If you want to stay with the 5, 10, 5, that's great. But again, if you want to switch to 10, 15, 10, give it a try. Finish where you are with an exhale. Keep going, but just finish with your exhale. And when you've exhaled, just close your eyes. Just sit for a moment. Okay, that's a really nice one to bring you down into a real state of calm. Every time that I do this particular meditation, when I'm looking forward, so many times we use different drishtis. If you've been watching these videos, sometimes we look over the tip of our nose, sometimes we close our eyes and we roll our attention up here to our pituitary point. And in this particular one, the drishti is just a soft gaze looking straight ahead. And I find this one very difficult to not let my eyes get really squinty. It's so relaxing and so pleasant that it's difficult for me to maintain the drishti. So I have to keep bringing myself back. So a lot of times when I give you these little cues about, hey, sit up tall, flip your palms over, don't let your hands get scrunched, extend the fingers. This is because I feel myself drifting into this position too, okay? So it's a reminder for me so that if you're not paying attention to the video and you're doing this on your own, then these are some of the cues that you can continue to give yourself. Remind yourself to sit tall. Remind yourself to keep your arms straight. Keep a focus with this particular meditation where it's just a soft gaze forward. The more you can start paying attention to the breath, especially with the pranayama meditations, is feel how the breath comes in and out. And each and every time it comes in and out, be grateful for it. It's a wonderful thing, the breath. Without it, you're not going to last very long. So each and every time is a blessing that we get. So once again, use this meditation, use it to your best advantage. Be well, and I wish you the absolute best day that you can have. See you soon. Sat Nam.